I think I've had it, maybe.
All right, good question.
With the film of Providence.
I mean, obviously we did some good things defensively, especially the second half. And then, Steven and Kalk were special. Steven finding Kalk, and Kalk got kind of upset after that technical, and kind of took the game over from that point on.
I know you don't like your guys to get them. If you're going to get one, you prefer to get it for them. Like, what did you make of kind of Kalk letting it go there?
Well, I mean, you knew how upset he was because that's just not his personality. But he's felt like he's got pushed on some of those lobs. There was one earlier in the game that he was upset about, and then when it happened again, I think he lost it a little. But it's okay to play with a little emotion too. But he got himself refocused right after it, and only cost us 1 point.
I know you guys try to take the process. Ryan said you guys were just taking it a game at a time. You've won 8 in a row with Marquette. It kind of feels like a movable object, unstoppable force type of thing. Tomorrow's a big one, right?
Yeah, I mean, we don't ever think of ourselves as immovable. I mean, we still have our share of warts, like every team does a little bit. But Marquette's also lost to 2 really good teams, so that doesn't surprise me because Xavier and UConn are really good basketball teams, and we had a hard time getting into our offense against Marquette the last time. And when we did have good looks, we did knock them down. And if we expect to be successful tomorrow, we have to take care of the ball, which we did there for the most part. And then we're going to have to make some shots.
Can you initiate quicker against their pressure so it's not you're just a burn offense?
I mean, it's hard. We understand we're a little bit limited in some areas from a ball handling perspective. So it's not we have 4 or 5 guys that can do it. So we got to try to do as much as we can in the middle of the floor and attack that way, and then try to establish Ryan. We got him the ball around the basket in Milwaukee, and he had kind of a out of body, not finishing type of game, which he doesn't have very often. But they're coming quickly once it goes in there, so you have to make quick decisions once you get the ball inside.
You've had 5 weeks without a bye. Now you get these 3 tough matchups ahead. How much easier, I guess, or a little bit of a load off is it having that at home, getting it at 2 a.m. like Ryan?
Yeah, this has been a tough week. 2 trips to the East Coast and the late night on Wednesday night, and Marquette playing Tuesday, and sitting around and resting on Wednesday, and then we have the same thing with UConn playing tonight. Next week, they're going to get an extra day. The reality of it is when you play a game like that, you get home late. You're not doing anything the next day. It's pretty much a walkthrough, a mental practice. But we've had a couple of those during this stretch, so I think our guys understand the importance of being mentally locked in, so that when we take it to the floor today, that everybody's on the same page.
Matt, you had a pretty big call to action ahead of the Xavier game for the fans. What are you hoping to see here tomorrow?
Yeah, I think it'll be crazy in here tomorrow. At least, I hope it will be. I mean, I think everybody understands the importance of this game. We're fighting. We're in the hunt for a conference title, which is where we want to be, and it's all in front of us. It's really it's in our control. So we need to make this as difficult on Marquette tomorrow as we possibly can.
In terms of confidence throughout this stretch, was there a moment when the team was like, "Oh, okay, this is finally clicking," or has it kind of been gradual? And how do you maintain it?
I think it's been gradual, and I think we've improved gradually. And with improvement and obviously with success comes confidence. But I think they believe in each other. I think they have each other's back. They pick each other up during tough times, and that's really important this time of year. That you don't have guys with their own agendas, and we don't. Nobody really cares right now who gets the credit, who scores the points. They really want to win, and they're able to play whatever role I asked him to play in that particular game. Jason Green plays 32 minutes and chases Dixon around in Philadelphia. He plays 12 minutes against Providence, but he'll be ready to go tomorrow.
2 more. Matt, what's the biggest difference from this team from when you guys played Marquette and Milwaukee?
Well, I mean, we're still trying to find ourselves then, without question. Everything that went on in November, December with injuries and illnesses, we just didn't have a lot of practice time to grow. And we showed some signs at Marquette, took the lead early. We had a bad finish to the first half, bad start to the second half, and then got down 15, but got back in it and gave ourselves a chance to win the game in the last 3 or 4 minutes. So there were some signs then. It just wasn't as consistent. I think we've been a little bit more consistent as time has gone on, especially on the defensive end of the floor. The offense has come and gone, which that happens, especially on the road. But defensively, we've been pretty solid, and I think we're a better defensive team than we were then.
Speaking of that, on the floor, this is one of the harder matchups for you guys, considering how they're built. How do you deal with all the potential mismatches they can create?
Yeah, I mean, we've moved Ryan around on different guys to try to keep him in the paint some. And he'll guard Ben Gold some as well, and Parham, who's playing really well, shooting the basketball well. So, they provide challenges not just to us, to everybody, because they really invert your defense and make you, pull your shot blockers away from the basket. So, guarding the dribble, those one-on-one matchups become really important because you're not always going to have the comfort of having Kalk behind you at the rim.
Well, if you were in
Here we
charge
go.
of scheduling the Super Bowl halftime show, who would it be? Or a band, or
Well, Jimmy Buffett's dead, but had he been alive, it would have been a Parrot Head halftime. Yeah, get after it. That's one of your better questions.